The Greens are coming for you, Rhaenyra. And for your children.
You cannot bend the knee to the High Towers. They stole your birthright.
Every man standing round the painted table urges her to plunge the realm into war.
Lay siege to the Red Keep.
Send us.
Ladies and gentlemen, fans of House of the Dragon, can you actually believe we are to the finale? Man, this has been as perfect of a show, in my opinion, as you're going to find on anything that's going to be dealing with a TV show that lasts an hour and has all this kind of drama. And we are going to break down the finale trailer, see what clues we can find, slow it down, and make this fun. If you're finding me for the first time, please subscribe to the channel. Be sure to turn on notifications so when I drop videos, you get them. Follow me on the TikTok, Instagram. I've got a Twitter, and you can also download the Life Gains podcast. Let's catch the second half of the trailer, and then we'll break it down.
I swear to ward the Queen.
Your cause owns a power that has not been seen since the days of old Valyria.
In the beginning, ladies and gentlemen, you see one of my favorite characters, Rhaenys, riding Melees, no doubt going to warn everybody at Dragonstone about the war that's come. And I still do have questions like why Rhaenys just didn't take that badass dragon she was on that bust through concrete and didn't at least eat one person, spray one person, maybe not blow them all up, but she could have got one person. And she's here warning a pregnant Rhaenyra who is holding her baby that, look, it's time for you to get them kids ready. And I'm sure Rhaenyra is thinking, man, all the trouble I've gone through all these years, and now I got to deal with this crap. Got to get my kids ready for war. And I don't think Rhaenyra really wants to go to battle, but what choice does she have, ladies and gentlemen? Terms are going to be made, and she's going to have to do something. And then we see Daemon, who in the beginning, I hated his ass. Now, I love Daemon. I can't get enough of him. We see him reaching for his sword called the Dark Sister. Dark Sister was Visenya, the sister of Aegon the Conqueror. Now, mind you, over at King's Landing, Aegon II now has Aegon the Conqueror's sword. So I think they're just setting us up for the dichotomy that's about to happen with these two families and how they're torn apart, kind of the way it happened with Aegon the Conqueror. And Daemon has the sister's sword, while Aegon II has the Conqueror's sword. And at some point in time, they are going to do battle. You hear Daemon voicing over to Rhaenyra in this moment that you cannot bend the knee to the High Towers. And basically, I think he's just letting her know, look, you might want peace. Because similarly, if you guys remember last episode, Alicent really didn't want to kill Rhaenyra, even though her hand, the crooked ass hand, Otto did. Maybe Rhaenyra is having some of those same thoughts. And Daemon is like, hell to the no. We're going to go down fighting, and this is going to end in bloodshed because those High Towers are not to be trusted. And then we see, ladies and gentlemen, something that a lot of people who read the books and fans have been asking for. They've been waiting for Aemond to get a jewel as a replacement to his eye. And in this clip, you can see him taking off his eye patch. And I do believe this is going to be the moment that that jewel, I think it was a ruby that you guys mentioned, is going to be in his eye. And this is the first time he's taken his patch off in years since he lost his eye. You see all the Team Black around the painted table. And this is a painted table that Aegon the Conqueror had devised when he was doing his thing as a conqueror. And I love the way this table looks. I might need to get one in my house just so I can say I've got a painted table that looks this good. But basically he needed this, Aegon the Conqueror did, so that he could have a map of all the 7 lands and figure out how he was going to devise his master plan. And it looks like that's exactly what's going on here with Rhaenyra and the crew. I actually love the way Dragonstone looks compared to pretty much any of the other castles. just looks fun to me. We see Rhaenyra looking over the ocean side, and like I said, she's definitely having some thoughts about whether we're going to go to war. But at the end of the day, she's currently pregnant. She's got all these other kids she's got to handle. Hell, she almost got an African village of children. She got about 6. And she's going to have to protect all these kids, ladies and gentlemen, and make things happen. We see a placeholder, almost like a pawn for chess, being put down on Winterfell, ladies and gentlemen. Winterfell. And then they show all the Team Black saying, look, man, we need to lay siege to this damn Red Keep. And we need to get this plan devised that's going to lay this siege to the Red Keep. And then they show swords and everything being laid out for people to get ready to grab because we about to go to war. And then we hear Jacaerys voiceover saying, send us. And ladies and gentlemen, I do believe what's about to happen is Jacaerys and Baela are about to be sent to Winterfell to see if they can get those people to pledge allegiance to Team Black. And ladies and gentlemen, it's probably going to happen. And then you see the kids got their swords, got their shit together. They ready to go to battle. And then you see what I think this is Lucerys going to get on his dragon, getting ready to mount her, running in, ready to jump and ride. And then you see what looks to be a dragon getting ready to take off into the sky. Then, ladies and gentlemen, you see one of the Eric twins and a good person, my homie, Lex the Targaryen, and Miss K, told me how to break down these two twins because they're identical. You can hardly tell them apart. One name is spelled with an A, and the easiest way to remember him is Eric is for Aegon, and the other one is spelled with an E, and Rhaenyra is the one that the E is pledging fealty to. And look, he done took the damn crown from Viserys to present it to the one true queen, the queen of the Andals, the queen of everything, Rhaenyra, and he's handing it to her. And then we see what looks to be Lucerys flying off on his dragon, about to do battle, ladies and gentlemen. I do believe he's going to be doing battle with Aemond in this episode, and it's going to be an epic battle because, look, Aemond still wants some revenge, man. Aemond has not forgotten about how Luke took his eye, and I think he's going to be coming for Luke in this episode. And then, ladies and gentlemen, we get a voiceover of someone saying, your cause owns the power that has not been seen since old Valyria. And they show Rhaenyra and her kids. They show the Valerians, Targaryens, and then they show Rhaenyra outside talking to Daemon, and then they show a dragon getting ready to go into battle. And I think this is just highlighting that back in the day, the only people that survived was Aegon the Conqueror and the Valerians, and that bound them to be these two superpowers. And that's what we have right here, ladies and gentlemen. We've got superpowers teaming up to have to go against the House Hightower, and I do believe that's going to be an ass whipping for that Hightower. If there's anybody out there left who is Team Green, can you please post a comment so I can hear from you? Because I want to know what has got you to be on Team Green at this point. We see Daemon letting down some fire, getting the room warm. Then we hear him speaking in old High Valyrian, ladies and gentlemen. And it is a language, my people. It is a language. And then we see a dragon, big ass dragon, sticking her face up, setting things ablaze. Now, ladies and gentlemen, could this be Daemon trying to sneakily get Vhagar back? Or is this one of the other dragons that they already have down there in their dragon pit at Dragonstone? Then we see 3 dragons getting ready to go to war. I think the most notable thing here is Rhaenys on Meleys. And I loved every bit of Rhaenys in that armor. She looked badass, and she lets you guys know she is more than the queen that should have been. She is someone to be reckoned with. Then, ladies and gentlemen, we get Daemon pulling out a sword on that bridge to Dragonstone, and guess who decided to show up? That head you see to the right, that is Otto, hand to no king at this point because there is no king. Well, I guess Aegon is the king in their eyesight, but he's standing there, probably done brought paperwork saying, look, these are the terms we want you to surrender to. This is how you guys can keep your life. If not, we're going to war. And it'd be great to me if Daemon chopped his little head off right there in the moment and said, "The hell with you, take your terms and go fishing." Last but not least, we've got a big, ugly mouth opening, ladies and gentlemen. And when that mouth closed, that looks to be Vhagar going through the rain, about to go do battle. I do believe Aemond and Lucerys is about to get into battle in this episode. And we're going to see the biggest, baddest dragon left fighting Lucerys in a finale battle. So ladies and gentlemen, that is the trailer breakdown. Please post me all your comments on who you think is going to die. What are your death predictions for this episode? Is there going to be any major big deaths? Now, Alicent is not going to be in this episode. So I can give you a prediction. You can take to Vegas Bank. Alicent ain't going to die. But will one of Rhaenyra's kids die? If I had to bet money, I would bet that one of her little boys dies, and it could be the one who's about to do battle. It could be Lucerys doing battle with Aemond. That's going to do it for this video. Don't forget to like the video. Please comment, subscribe, get yourself that life game. Be sure to join us as we go live this Tuesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern time to discuss this last episode. And then we will come back on Friday at 9 p.m. Eastern to preview the coming finale and the great battles that we might see. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter. Download the podcast. And until that next Sexy as Hell video, I'll see you.